Hello, squirrels. Let's get to chapter 4, part 3. It's dark. I thought I had all my lights on, but let there be light. And yay, my pap smear came back normal. Woo! Still have to have the CT scan for the uterus, but still hadn't heard when that's going to be. But and the colonoscopy, oh boy. Alright, let's see. Thank you for the pleasantest sight I've seen for many a day. How did you learn this gentle art, Mr. Warwick? I was a solitary boy and found my only playmates in the woods and fields. I learned their worth. They saw my need, and when I asked their friendship, gave it freely. Now we should go. You're very tired. Let me help you. He held his hand to her, and she put her own into it with a confidence as instinctive as the birds. Then hand in hand they crossed the bridge and struck into the wilderness again, climbing slopes, still warm and odorous, passing through dales full of chilly damps, along meadows spangled with fireflies, and haunted by sonorous frogs, over rocks crisp with pale mosses, and between dark firs where shadows brooded and melancholy breezes rocked themselves to sleep. Speaking seldom, yet feeling no consciousness of silence, no sense of restraint, for they no longer seemed like strangers to one another, and this spontaneous friendliness lent an indefinable charm to the dusky walk. Warwick found satisfaction in the knowledge of her innocent faith in him. The touch of the little hand he held, the sight of the quiet figure at his side. Sylvia felt that it was pleasant to be the object of his care, fancied that they would learn to know each other better in 3 days of this free life than in as many months at home, and rejoiced over this discovery of unsuspected traits in him, like the soft lining of the chestnut burr, to which she had compared him more than once that afternoon. So mutually and unconsciously yielding to the influence of the hour and the mood it brought them, they walked through the twilight in that eloquent silence which often proves more persuasive than the most fluent speech. The welcome blaze of their own fire gladdened them at length, and when the last step was taken, Sylvia sat down with an inward conviction she never could get up again. Warwick told their mishap in the fewest possible words, while Mark, in a spasm of brotherly solicitude, goaded the fire to a roar that his sister's feet might be dried, administered a cordial as preventive against cold, and prescribed her hammock the instant supper was done. She went away with him, but a moment after she came to Warwick with a box of Prue's ointment and a soft handkerchief stripped into bandages. "What now?" he asked. "I wish to dress your burns, sir." "They will do well enough with a little water. Go you and rest." "Mr. Warwick, you know you ate your supper with your left hand and put both behind you when you saw me looking at them. Please let me make them easier. They were burnt for me, and I shall get no sleep till I have had my way." There was a curious mixture of command and entreaty in her manner, and before their owner had time to refuse or comply, the scorched hands were taken possession of. The red blisters covered with a cool bandage, and the frown of pain smoothed out of Warwick's forehead by the prospect of relief. As she tied the last knot, Sylvia glanced up with a look that mutely asked pardon for past waywardness, and expressed gratitude for past help. Then, as if her heart were set at rest, she was gone before her patient could return his thanks. She did not reappear. Mark went to send a lad after the lost boat, and the two friends were left alone, Warwick watching the blaze, Moore watching him. with a nod toward a pair of diminutive boats that stood turning out their toes before the fire, Adam said, "The wearer of those defiant-looking articles is the most capricious piece of humanity it was ever my fortune to see. You have no idea of the life she has led me since you left. I can imagine it. She is as freakish and wears as many shapes as Puck, a gnat, a will-o'-the-wisp, a sister of charity, a meek-faced child, and one does not know in which guise she pleases most. Hard the task of him who has and tries to hold her. Hard yet happy, for a word will tame the high spirit, a look touch the warm heart, a kind act to be repaid with one still kinder. She is a woman to be studied well, taught tenderly, and being won, cherished with an affection that knows no shadow of a change." Moore spoke low, and on his face the firelight seemed to shed a ruddier glow than it had done before. Warwick eyed him keenly for a moment, then said with his usual abruptness, "Geoffrey, you should marry." "Set me the example by mortgaging your own heart, Adam." "I have." "I thought so. Tell me the romance." "It is the old story, a handsome woman, a foolish man, a few weeks of doubt, a few of happiness. Then the two stand apart to view the leap before they take it. After that, peace or purgatory, as they choose, well or ill." "When is the probation over, Adam?" "In June, God willing." The hope of deliverance gave to Warwick's tone the fervor of desire, and led his friend to believe in the existence of a passion deep and strong as the heart he knew so well. No further confessions disturbed his satisfaction, for Warwick scorned complaint. Pity he would not receive. Sympathy was so powerless to undo the past. Time alone would mend it, and to time he looked for help. He rose presently as if bedward bound, but paused behind Moore, turned his face upward, and said, bending on it a look given to this friend alone, "If my confidence were a good gift, you should have it, but my experience must not mar your faith in womankind. Keep it as chivalrous as ever, and may God send you the mate whom you desire, Geoffrey. Good night." "Good night, Adam." With a handshake more expressive of affection than many a tenderer demonstration, they parted. Warwick to watch the stars for hours, and Moore to muse beside the fire till the little boots were dry. And that's it. Sorry it's so short, but wish I could have gotten it in yesterday, but I just couldn't do it. So tomorrow we will read chapter 5, called A Golden Wedding. And I hope to see you guys today at 5, live at 5, and I hope to do a little something to my face. Maybe this hair. We'll see. And I have fiber for the day. Love y'all. Be sweet. Don't be ugly. Bye-bye.